Yo, what's up? It's good to see every single one of you today. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday today. Dude, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing pretty well today. Um, Give me a sec, chat, while I just do some last minute promo stuff on some other websites, letting other people know that I'm live and such. Yeah, being my own self promoter has just been like being the only person to promote myself is kind of a a hassle. Especially when I'm just doing it all by myself. But you know what? Sometimes it's worth it. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, okay. Sounds like it's all settled in here now. Perfect. Okay, just had to get some last minute promo stuff out of the way. Apologies. uh, so, um, yeah, this is something that I have yet to like discuss. I asked on Twitter actually whether or not, hey, would anybody be interested in art streams where I just kind of draw concept art for like ideas that I had for video games at some point? A lot of you, a majority of you rather, on Twitter said in an overwhelming fashion, yes. So I was like, oh, okay. That makes it a lot easier for me. And besides, I do like doing art streams on YouTube, or just art streams in general. I feel like they help me concentrate on getting like some stuff done. And I really appreciate those who just like hang out with me today. But yeah, this one of the concepts that I'm going to be drawing today, rather, is for what I figured would be a this is basically concept art that I'm drawing for what I considered like an idea for a platformer. Like I couldn't, although I wasn't sure at the time if it should have been a 2D or 3D platformer, but either way, you guys get to see what that idea might be today. It's nothing special, really. It's just more or less I'm just drawing a concept art for like a box art idea for that said idea. I'm not really good at explaining, but I hope the art will speak for itself once it's over. All right, I think yeah, this video paint is all set to go. So let's get to it. Oh right, I should probably say this before I actually get on with the stream. I don't know if anybody saw anything what I wrote on the in the community section of my page, but I will be joining a little charity event by the end of June called a little charity event called VTuber SummerSlam. We'll be raising money for an NGO going by the name of Gamers Outreach. Their goal as an Gamers Outreach goal rather is to basically raise money for, or to rather to give hospitalized children and families access to to the latest video gaming tech. We'll go with that. Um, Growing up, I had always figured that gaming was kind of a privilege to me. So I figured, hey, if I can give that opportunity to just like chill out with and interact with people in like the world of video gaming, who am I to say no? So I'll be doing a charity. I'll be participating rather in a charity event. Bandcamp is so fun, I'll bet. But yeah, I'll be joining this specific charity group. Not charity group, sorry. I'll be joining this particular charity event between June 26th to 28th. I'll be streaming both on Twitch and on YouTube, though I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing yet. But keep an eye out for when I eventually come up with a few stream goals. Oh, and stream incentives. I keep forgetting that. I need to come up with a few ideas to basically entice you all to entice people to donate, essentially. But with that announcement out of the way, are we ready to just chill and vibe as we draw today? Although I'm not quite sure why I said we, as in you guys are going to be drawing with me, unless you are, in which case that's cool. Where's the music? Let me put up some music first before I go any further today. Awesome. Unfortunately, this is also the only this is the only playlist I could find where I could like play music that won't get me in trouble if I do. So, if this isn't anybody's music choice per se, I'm sorry. I don't really want to risk getting my channel slapped by DMCA is all. Oh, I didn't even call this outline. I should probably also duplicate those. Turn circle settings. And then use the color, so I can just use the color and stuff. There we go. But yeah, how is everybody doing today? To be honest, I really wanted to draw something today because I was like, I can't really come up with anything to like play on stream this week. So I was like, an art stream. You guys wouldn't be like disappointed with an art stream, right? And besides, I hardly draw anything on my YouTube channel. Oh, I didn't even explain the concept that I'm drawing of. So, way back when, before I even decided to become a VTuber, during my college years, they kind of asked us, in one of the classes that I was in, they kind of asked us to come up with like some concept for a video game, because apparently we were going to be learning how to program like our own stuff ourselves. So I came up with an idea for a platformer. This character just happens to be one of those concepts for that video game idea that I had. The idea for me was to like come up with like a platformer, though I couldn't choose if it was going to be like 2D or 3D. Because honestly, I feel like there aren't that many. At the time, at least, at the time when I came up with the idea, there weren't exactly that many like ideas for like not ideas, but there weren't that many platformers, so to speak, like. And like 3D or 2D platformers, they're like one of my favorite genres of like video games. I know for like a lot of us that is pretty much also like a staple of our childhood. So I was like, you know what? I want to come up with I want to draw a few things that basically I just wanted to draw something nice today more than anything. Great explanation, am I right? But yeah, I honestly couldn't come up with anything to like play remotely, so I was like, you know what? I haven't done an art stream on YouTube in a while. Let me draw something today. Oops. Don't mind the crayon looking aesthetic, because that is what I'm going for today. Me and you? What do you mean, me and you? What did I do? What? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Just me and you? I have no idea what you mean by that, but if you're referring to the amount of people who are in the chat at the moment, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't really appreciate it when people bring that up. I personally don't see the point in that because I just honestly, I will just personally put myself out there on stream for like anybody if they somehow like, you know, come across my channel and whatnot. You like it? All right, you say so. I don't mind anybody's company, to be honest. I just find it weird when people. I just find it weird when like, and this is just a personal gripe, really. But I just personally kind of find it weird when like viewers will like hop into a random streamer's stream, be like, "Man, chat is so dead in here," and I'm like, okay, but who asked? Like, are you going to interact with the people who are lurking in the stream at the very moment, or are you just going to be a complete jerkwad? Not that I'm saying you're a jerkwad, right, dude? I'm just saying it just seems like a very common, like, it's. I just feel like that's not exactly streamer etiquette to be bringing up someone's like numbers while in the middle of the stream. And I'm not saying you're doing it in particular. I don't know. I just feel like that is something that is being brought up by a lot of like random people in streams as of late, and I'm like, okay, but what do you get from like, what are you trying to prove like when you try to bring up a streamer's numbers? Like, are you trying to prove that you can count? Because if you're looking for gold stars to let people know that, oh hey, I can count, you won't find that here. you will not find that here. You have 200 subs? Well, congratulations. Here's to 200 more and beyond for you. Freaking hot today. By the way, since the summer has already started, I hope everyone is making the effort to stay, you know, hydrated and such. Dehydration is no laughing matter, chat. You could potentially suffer from like a number of like dehydrated related diseases. So please stay hydrated as best you possibly can. Is this your music? No, it is the music from a DMC. It is a playlist from a DMCA free like library of music that I can play without risk of having my channel getting copyright struck, because as much as I would like to play music that I normally listen to, unfortunately DMC getting copyright strikes on any channel is kind of the worst. So I really couldn't play any of the music that I normally listen to. So this playlist unfortunately is the best that I can do. Let's see, get a brush actually. See what that looks like. I mean, that's somewhat better. I know that school is also going to be out for a lot of you at some point, maybe a few weeks from now. So, anybody got any summer vacation plans that they might be doing for next month and beyond? I can hear my cat being a bit of a cat again downstairs. If anybody hears like any meowing or something, I'm sorry. No need, you're good. Oh, okay, fair enough. This might be also a very short stream tonight because I do feel a bit, I don't know, I've been feeling a bit tired, like more tired than usual as of late, so if I have to end stream earlier tonight, I apologize. For some reason, I've been out of it lately. You too? Yeah, it's been a weird week this week. Imagining the sleep you need. Yeah, in this economy, hell no. This might be a very short art piece because, like, I don't know, there isn't really that many like complicated details or anything. The only challenge I have is to make it look as scribbly and crayony as best as I can. I'm not going to use like any flat like coloring techniques or anything. I do want to give it a bit of like its own identity with these crayon brushes, so I might just do something like that. Oh, skin color. Let's work on skin color. It's gonna look really weird, chat, and that's only because that is the point. It is supposed to look like the texture that the idea is to give it the kind of like that children's like drawing type of feel. Like art that a kid would be proud enough to put, like that a parent would put on their fridge. So it's gonna look a little weird when I color it in like this, but it'll all make sense when I'm done coloring it as such. Jeez. can use a bigger brush, actually. Yeah, okay. I'm literally scribbling here, which is kind of the aim of what I'm going for. If I color outside of the line, no worries, I'll just probably erase it. The way that I'm coloring this is not usually the normal way that I color things. You see, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen the art pieces that I've done in the past and will probably think this is somewhat new. Trying to give it that that colored in crayon type of look, which is kind of what this game's aesthetic is going for anyway, so it works out for me. Let's duplicate this too. I know it looks messy, chat, but that's kind of... Okay, next. I think we'll do the eyes next. Right. Kind of going for the like Yoshi's Island look, or not look, but like the art style rather that I had for this concept was inspired by the like Yoshi's Island 2, where it looks like everything has just been colored in with a crayon. That's the type of feel that I'm going for with this. Although this is one of the best crayon brushes that they had out there, so I'm working with what I have at the moment. Oh, I didn't color in the other eye for the hamster. Yeah, for anybody wondering, that is a hamster inside the backpack. But yeah, like I said, this is probably going to be a very short stream, depending on a few things. Because like I said, for some reason I'm just unbelievably tired. Hi Ollie, good to see you. Hope you're doing pretty well today. How has life been for you? You're just in time. I'm drawing concept art for... I said this before, but like, before I was a VTuber, like during my college years, there was a time where I also came up with like concept art for came up with concepts for video games that I've always wanted to like, at least attempt to make, but didn't because I lacked the programming knowledge to do so. So here I am drawing all that stuff for art instead. It's been good. Well, I'm glad it's been good for you. But yeah, one of the concept for video games, I probably should have mentioned this a long time ago. One of the concept ideas that I had for one of the concept ideas I had for a video game was a platforming game, right? Although I couldn't really choose between a 2D or 3D platformer, but the concept of a 10-year-old boy um, going on an adventure to basically help his sister turn back to normal after she was transformed into a hamster by a good for nothing wizard was kind of a good idea for a game at the time. So, but since I didn't really have the knowledge or the know-how to basically program anything, I decided, well, I could at least draw art for it. So what I'm doing right now is drawing concept art, or the box art for this idea. Oh, excuse me. And like I said earlier, chat, I might end up ending stream earlier than usual because I'm just so out of it today. That's quite the concept, Sir Blue. It's been important. It's indeed important to be careful around wizards. You're telling me. How you doing, Mr. A? Yeah, the idea came about when I was like, you know what? When it came to like 3D platformers, I was like, you know what? The last time I ever saw the wizard in a 3D platformer as a bad guy was in Glover, I believe. Yeah, who remembers Glover? The day is going well, Sir Blue. I'm glad it's going well for you. Glover bad guy was the other glove. Cross. Oh wait, that's right. The antagonist was Cross Stitch. I remember now. Yeah, the wizard was the unfortunate guy who. Although now that I think about it, if you think about it, the wizard is also basically an antagonist in that game too. There he is. Like there he was rather, just like making up a concoction of whatever potion he was working on in his tower. And for all we know, it could have been a very evil spell that he was working on. So the real question is Glover the protagonist or the antagonist? Because he is, yeah, he's trying to like save his wizard pal, but at the same time, the wizard was also like concocting a spell that could do God knows what to the earth. If the spell was potent enough to turn one of his gloves evil, then does that make Glover complicit? Just some food for thought. Oh, I didn't even shade the white here. There we go. Shading. So what done next is the clothing. No, we'll do the hair next. I like working on the hair. Well, the wizard had an accident while making a potion that caused the terrible events. Assuming the potion wasn't completed, it's reasonable to assume it turned out bad because it was incomplete. I mean, I guess so. There is that. I remember also being very creeped out by Cross Stitch's laugh. It was very insidious to me. I mean, yeah, I get it. He's a villain, so, you know, mission accomplished. Sheesh, was it, something else. The wizard does fix Glover cross-stitch at the end, reverting him back to normal, so most likely not evil. I never did get to beat the game, so I only went off of what I remembered. Uh-oh. What happened? Hey, is stream still going for you guys at the moment? Not quite sure what happened, but apparently I dropped a lot of frames for whatever reason. Glover is the right hand and while Glover is the left, but yeah, accidents during potion making, explosions and such caused big chaos. Sounds about right. Isn't that game also now on like Steam? I'm pretty sure it's on Steam now, right? I'm still going though, right? Like, I don't understand why I'm getting this error message. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that. I just realized Glove It and Glove L. Holy shit, you are onto something. Just ignore the message. Well, it went away, so we're good to go then. That was strange. If I dropped frames or if you guys experienced buffering, I'm sorry. Wasn't sure what happened there. Well, to be honest, that should not have happened to begin with. If nothing has stopped, then just ignore it. I mean, I suppose, yeah. I've just never had that happen to me before on stream, or at least on YouTube for that matter. Which doesn't make any sense, because like I'm using Ethernet cables, so I don't know why it's bugging out on me like that. Cross Stitch is actually named Glovel? Really? That's the name they went with? I mean, I get it. He's the left hand, so Glovel, and then Glovel, and then there's the right hand, which is Glover. But like, I don't know, man. That just seems too on the nose. Oh, I just realized I missed the skin color for the paws. Hence the Glover and Gloville. I can't tell if that's genius or a little lazy. I can't tell if that's genius or lazy. Oh, I didn't even pick out the. I didn't pick out Mimi's. I didn't even get to pick out Mimi's fur color. Oh, let's see what that looks like. Brown's a bit too big on the nose. It's a 1998 game, 26 years. Has it really been 26 years? Holy crap. 26 whole years. Also, yeah, it's been on Steam since April 2022, a day after my birthday. Oh, I see. I was wondering when that game came out. I was surprised that it even got released on Steam to begin with. Part of me wants to buy it and see if it's just as good as I remembered it to, or fun as I remembered it to be. The other part of me just thinks I'm probably better off finding a copy of it somewhere at one of my local like game shops somewhere. It's strange. The local game shop that I go to, they can't keep stock of like Pokemon Snap for the Switch, for example. But you know, older games like Glover, and stuff like that. Yeah, they'll have those in spades. Not that I'm complaining. I just think that their priority is just a bit weird as to what they keep in stock and whatnot. Although I can't really blame them for that. It is more or less a supply issue, so I just don't really tend to think about it too much. I do remember the crystal ball levels being quite the frustration, so might be more frustrating nowadays. I remember having fun, like, hitting the enemies with the bowling ball. I thought the concept of the game was unique, to be honest. I don't know. Should I feel the need? I might get the game, just because. But as it stands, I don't think it's really worth the time at the moment to invest in another game like that again. So maybe not. $20 American on Steam. Yeah, but unfortunately, majority of my money these days goes to, like, you know, paying towards bills and stuff. You know, being a responsible adult. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to, I can't. It's like these days every penny counts for like a lot of us, so as much as I would like to invest in another game like that again, I Wars, bills first, then food. Ideally, savings, finally fun. Yeah. Although, there hasn't exactly been a lot of room for fun for me these days. As depressing and sad as that sounds. Quite the mood, as they say. Yeah. One day that'll change, but unfortunately that day is not today. Apologies, just had to stretch a brief moment. This golden needs to be worked on. Working on it. Can't say that I've been having any success with it lately, but, you know, working on it all the same. Cannot and will not give up. New bolts are blue. Yeah. Hope things improve for you as well, Mr. A. I really do. Hope things go well for you. Go work on the clothing next. Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah, clothes code. Yep, let's do the clothes next. Clothes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's about fish. It's just the color. What the hell? I think so, yeah. If things go according to the plan, life should be easier in about 2 years. Well, I hope those 2 years come quicker for you, come as quick as possible for you soon, Mr. A. Excuse me, though, while I help myself to a cough drop. My throat has been a bit irritated these days. It's like my body is just like constantly fighting with itself to not get sick, and am I seriously having trouble opening this? But yeah, I hope those 2 years come as quickly as possible for you. There we go. Hopefully everything goes well for you as well, Sir Blue. Also that charity event too. Yeah, I hope I can contribute to the cause as best as I can, because I do think it is a cause that is worth investing time into. I said this before, but like, gaming to me has been an immense privilege for me growing up, and the fact that I've known like kids, for example, who've never known the joy of like socially interacting with other people through gaming, I was like, you know what? Let's change that this year. Let's do something like that for the kids and for all the hospitalized families. I figured if I could do something like that, I could feeling like I contributed to something worthwhile as a streamer. I feel like that would be very ideal for me. I just gotta figure out what I want to do, like stream, and like what should the incentives be, because I do really want to entice people to donate to this cause. So I'm pretty sure it'll all come with, to me in the process, but. I do believe some people offer a community agree tweet at first level reward, and since you can draw, that can be used as well. Well, one of the incentives that I did come up with was is to draw like someone's face in the form of a chibi for like donating at least like $10. That was one of the incentives that I had. That'll of course be done like after stream and whatnot. One of the other, although I'm not really sure if I want to do like a chat writes a tweet goal, because let's just I don't know, I'm a little worried about like letting people come up with something for me to tweet out there, especially since my audience is a mixed bag of like, you know, mature adults as well, or adults I should say, of adults and like and teenagers last I checked, and I'm not sure if I would I'm not sure. That's a good incentive. Perhaps some group incentives. Maybe. That would be a good idea. Again, my only concern is for using, we still have a limit and rules about it. Yeah. I could do that. I do appreciate the suggestions. My only fear is that it might what they want me to tweet might be something that minors should not be seeing on, you know, Twitch or whatever. But that could just be me. Instead of one person donates, it could be total donated. It's X. Possibly. There is going to be like stream goals that we get as a group. The only thing that I can't do for stream incentives is like eat anything remotely spicy, for example, because my spice tolerance for one thing has gone down, and B, my body, as I've learned, is not processing spicy stuff all that well. So I gotta take that into consideration. That way, even those that can only donate $1 can still contribute. That might not be a bad idea, actually, yeah. I also... You know how some VTubers will have, like, a name for their communities? Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like how Nina My Inaness from Hololive EN. You know how she calls her community her little like little tacos? I think that's what they're called. I'm trying to think of something. I'm debating on whether or not I should have something like that for my own community, or if I should and if I should come up with a name for them. I might just leave that to a poll in the Discord or even on Twitter. We'll see how things turn out. I've been doing this for like 2 years, and you'd think I would have it all figured out by now, but strangely enough, I don't. Everyone handles cash differently, but yes, if all the rewards are for the person that donates, if you can't donate that much, you have less reason to. Yeah, that's something I have to take into consideration as well. Oh yeah, I didn't even come up with a color for the road. You are Sir Digital-Blue, perhaps the digital colors. Probably. I was also thinking of doing something like music related, considering, you know, that is my music is part of my, you know, overall identity as a VTuber. Show me. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem here. Yeah, okay. Sorry, chat. I'm just gonna take a moment to stretch. It just feels so good. Coordination today. Okay. I think a nice purple bow. Hair bow will do the trick. Yeah. Okay. I do appreciate these suggestions, though, Mr. A. Take the time to at least also fix my atrocious coloring. It looks somewhat presentable. You do have a quiver on your jacket, so maybe the mini, since it's also. Oh, you mean my logo on my jacket? So maybe the mini, since it's also a note, perhaps. Someone was also thinking it could be. Someone also suggested that it could also be like the music in a playlist, like something like playlist related. So I was thinking of something. I was thinking of calling my community my what do you call them? It resembles the note that names Quavers. There could be that too. There's a lot of good suggestions. I've asked on Twitter, and like a lot of them are good ideas. I just don't know if it'll like stick for me. Okay, I think that'll do for the clothing. Oh, wrong layer, of course. You know, now that I think about it, it probably would have made more sense to use the bucket tool to fill in the outline, but it feels more authentic to just scribble it in with the brush itself, as opposed to just using the bucket tool. Art is an experience for you to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Besides, if I had used the bucket tool, it probably would have finished this art piece a little bit too quickly. And I want to take my time with this a bit. That's too big. The bucket tool is just a tool. Yeah, I mean, a lazy tool for me, but like a useful tool nonetheless. What if I turned on the density a little bit? There. It does look a bit more appealing that way. It looks so... Discord is your Streamland, so what would a native to Streamland be called? It's one way to decide their chat names. If they're not subscribers, by default I just kind of named them the Streamland Sightseers. If they're subscribed, I call them, like, you know, the Streamland Citizens. Like, and by subscribed, I mean, like, subscribe to my Twitch channel. I call them, like, my Streamland Citizens. If they're friends of mine who also just so happen to be streamers or fellow VTubers, I call them my Streamland Celebrities. If they're artists, they're referred to as Streamland Artists. There's also a rare role in my Discord server that ever gets filled out, and that is the VIP, or like very important Patreon. That's when I tried to take my Patreon services very seriously at the time. I haven't exactly released anything new for that service yet, and I feel bad because I haven't exactly been coming up with like exclusive content for them specifically. But when things finally pick up for me, I'm probably gonna like return to like using that platform for distributing like early access content. That is the plan at the very least. Did you go into school with treble? Not quite. How you doing, Katro? It's nice to see you. Actually, this is concept art for a platforming game that I came up with during my college years. Although it wasn't really decided if I should have went with the 2D or 3D platforming genre. The only story that I came up with at the time is that the only idea that I came up with at the time when I was conceptualizing this is that Marco, which is the main one of the main characters' name, the boy anyway, the boy's name, Marco's sister Mimi has been unfortunately turned into a hamster by a very nasty wizard. So it's up to you to basically go on a quest to just like turn your sister back to normal. And that was the only concept I had at the time. What I'm drawing right now is basically box art for this specific idea. Long story short, your sister became a hamster. Now it's up to you to like turn her back into a human being. Yeah, I didn't really get that far into development because one, I don't really have the technical know-how to like program. Two, I wasn't really quite sure about the direction that I wanted to go with for this specific game idea. So like ultimately just sort of like, shelved the game idea. And it looks poorly drawn, yes, I understand that, but that is the point because it's supposed to be just another Tuesday, right? Yeah, just another Tuesday of an evil wizard just transforming my sister into an adorable little hamster. It's kind of got that whole Banjo-Kazooie-esque type vibe of like an animal it's like stuck inside a backpack. One of the ideas that I had for these characters' moves was a double jump, but to make it look more hilarious, I thought it'd be funny if Mimi the hamster literally pulls like a pair of like giant bird feathers and just flaps them like crazily just to like help those two float. Does the sister throw cheese and bad guys? No, but Marco can throw Mimi as a projectile. I just thought it would be pretty funny. Mimi's also the only one that has like a magic crayon that can help them like draw in like obstacles and like other objects that they need to like to interact with and say fix the world's problems. That is such a brother thing to do. That was my thought exactly. I was like, what could Marco possibly do as an attack? Oh, I know. Yeet Mimi like a cannonball at his enemies. I might, if I decide to do another art stream again on like either YouTube or Twitch, that might be another thing I'll do. I'll just draw like concept art of like the type of moves that Mimi and Marco can do. Like I said earlier though, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go the 2D platformer route or the 3D platformer. One time I was in a haunted house with my bro and he used me to know if we were walking into walls or not. That's so mean. You were the haunted house detector. That's so mean though. Older brother things. The funny thing is I'm the older brother of like in the immediate family. But if you were to look at myself or my brother, some people would like mistake him for the older one. And that's funny to me because considering the fact he's 28 now and I'm 30. It's because of the facial. It's because of the facial hair. I'm pretty sure that people would like mistake him for the older brother. Like using a stud detector, literally got to put it against the wall. Oh god. But yeah, if I decide to do another art stream with this idea in mind, or returning to this concept in mind, um, I'll probably draw up like different concepts for like attacks and like special things that the two can do together. One of the things that I struggled to do though was like, okay, well, what should Marco's like default default attack be? At first I thought it'd be like normal punches and kicks, but I'm like, I don't know, in a 2D or 3D platforming environment, I'm not sure if that's gonna like fly, or at least be like somewhat useful considering the amount of monsters these two will like probably face as enemies. So the only choice that I could think of doing for Marco was like giving him a weapon. Aside from Mimi, because that's kind of mean. One of the ideas at the time was a yo-yo. The other idea was a dart gun. I don't know. The possibilities were endless at the time. The stick he found on the ground, that is genius. That's actually a good idea now that I think about it. Just a random stick he found on the ground. I might come back to this idea at some point and like do something with it. Marco and Canadian. The only working concept name that I had for the game at the time is called. I don't know if anybody can see it in the upper left corner of or in the corner of Flip Studio Paint, but it's called. The only idea that I gave for it at the time was Deep Sleep Voyagers, Mimi's Curse. Because Mimi turned into a hamster due to an evil wizard. Now you gotta go on an epic adventure to kick the wizard's butt and just like force him to turn her back into a human. I might expand on this idea, but we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. One problem at a time, as they say. It's very much a cool. It very much is a cool stick. It does resemble a sword. Hmm. Okay, now to draw in the background elements, so we'll first start with a sky. A very childlike action, just a cool stick to save the day. Probably. That could probably work. Oh god, the lag. sense. Rounds. Also, we have to prepare things for the kids to go to bed. Have a good night. Hey, no worries, Mr. A. Thank you for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your night. If I don't see you again at any point, either tonight or next week, I hope you have a wonderful. You know what? I hope you have a good rest of your night. That's what I'm trying to get at. My God, I really am out of it today. I've been feeling so out of sync today, chat. So if I sound out of place in some regards, I'm sorry. My brain is all over the place. Not that that's any different than usual, but, you know. Yeah, take care, Mr. A. Let's see, there's a shadow where he stands, so I'm gonna do this. Darker color and use the shading brush. Whoa, that lag. Actually, I think it's gonna be done. Okay. We'll draw a sun, because why not? Is Clip Studio your favorite drawing app? At the moment, yes. I do find it to be very versatile. Especially if I need to like use Photoshop and want to like Photoshop a piece of art in question, or if I have to like, you know, Photoshop textures. Yeah, one thing I like about Clip Studio Paint is that you can save it as like multiple different types of files. Excuse me. So like it's versatile in the sense that like if I want to do something in Photoshop, I'll just save the file that I'm working on as a Photoshop document, and then I'll just bring it into Photoshop. Not that it matters for anymore, considering I don't really use Photoshop as much anymore, given Adobe's very poor decision, I would say, into investing into like AI art technologies, which is concerning, I would say, but that's a story for another time. Photoshop does that? Unfortunately, yes. They also have this really idiotic. They also have this really idiotic clause in their new contract now, or not contract, in their terms of service now, where anything made with their product, regardless if you're under NDA or not with certain companies. At least this is what I'm like trying to understand. But from what I understood, in their in their new terms of service, you basically agree to let whatever product you make using their software being used into their to train their AI, from what I understood. And it doesn't even matter if you're under NDA contract or like NDA with like other company or like other specific parties. Adobe essentially gives them the right to use your work that you made with their product to use into with their to train their AI, their generative AI, like tech, from what I understood. Yeah, and not a lot of people are in favor of it, myself included. And this is coming from someone who used to use Adobe like religiously. No, I'm gonna give the I'm gonna give the I'm going to give it's coming to me. I am going to give the sun a pair of sunglasses, because why not? I think it's ridiculous, but at the same time it's funny to me. But yeah, that is pretty much the decision that they're going with, and I don't think a lot of people are in favor of it, myself included, because I don't think it's going to be helping anybody in the long run. This is so... He deserves the shades. He do deserve the shades. There. I think that's the best I can do for the sun. it looks so bad and derpy, but you know what? We ball. That's how we do it. Let's add some mountains in the background as well. It's beautiful. Well, thank you. You know what else is beautiful? Everybody in chat at the very moment. You heard me, and I'm not taking that back, by the way. It's the art style choice. Well, when I came up with the idea for this, I did say that I want to make it look like as if it was like, you know the type of art that you see, you know the type of art that you see on like a parent's or like on the fridge when they're so proud of their kid's drawing that they just, you know, put it on the fridge. That's the type of vibe that I'm going for. At least for like the box art, the concept box art for the this game idea. I swear I'm gonna have a better name for this. Redeems tell us a pun? Oh god. If you give me a few minutes, I will definitely give you one, Katra. One will come to me eventually. I just need the time at the moment. I'm also very sorry if I sound more inattentive in chat and whatever. I have been so out of it lately today. I think it's because of the lack of sleep, but I didn't really get that much. They're all good. I will. One will definitely come to me in time. I just. You're a vibe. I mean, thank you. That being said, though, this might be a very short stream because, like, I don't know, my brain is completely out of it today. Just gotta check something real quick. Never mind. Well, I mean, if it helps, Katra, I did have an idea for a hamster pun, but it didn't really stick well with me. So if you'll give me more time, I'll come up with the perfect one for you. I'm sorry, I could do a lot better. Okay, now to write in the title. Where's the text that I just there it is. I don't know if I like the color for that actually. Well, I'm glad you at least like that one, Katra. It tells me it might be too big, actually. I'm not the best graphic artist, so... Excuse me. Your art is always so fun to watch. Well, thanks. Thanks, Catcher. I appreciate that. Although, admittedly, the quality that I'm going for this particular concept art, I don't feel like it matches the quality that I'm basically known for within the VTuber scene, at the very least. But it is, but the aesthetic I'm going for is matching with this nonetheless. So it's kind of a win-win-win-lose. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. Might just end it here, just that I can finally like take a nap or something. And I'll probably post the finished product at some point tonight on Twitch, or not Twitch, excuse me. I'll probably post the. I know your quality, but like this is cute. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Let's see what else I can add here. I think I need to add. What else is the logo missing? When I think about it. always feels like something is missing here. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll come to mind for me later on, but until then, I think this is where I just call things off for now. Thanks again to everybody who came by tonight. I'm sorry if the quality of the stream is much more different compared to what other people are used to on YouTube. But to be honest, I was kind of out of it, but I did at least want to thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, Katra. I did at least want to at least show off ideas that were kind of floating around in my head even before I decided to VTube. If I had the technical know-how, I would love to bring at least some of these ideas to life. But like my branding says, I take the intelligence out of artificial intelligence, so programming is a bit of a programming is a bit of a issue for me. These hands when it comes to these hands, when it comes to programming, cannot build, only destroy. Unfortunately. Let me move on to the other screen, and we'll talk for a bit. All right, there we go. Okay, but just as a general reminder, chat, where is everything? Just as a general reminder, in case nobody's actually ever seen the announcement in the community page of my channel. Once again, I'm just reminding you that between June 26th to the June 28th, I will be partaking in VTuber SummerSlam, which is a charity event to help an NGO going by the name of Gamers Outreach. Gamers Outreach, and their primary is an organization whose goal is to basically provide hospitalized children and hospitalized families and children access to a lot of the latest access to a lot of the gaming tech, because they understand that hospitals can be sometimes scary for kids, especially when they don't really have nothing to do while they're sick. What else do I have to add to that? Oh yeah, as I said before, gaming has always been something that I found to be a privilege to experience growing up while in relatively good health. So I figured if I can at least, help kids socialize that way in hospitals through video gaming, then who am I to say no to that? So I'll be I haven't quite assembled a list of incentives or stream goals yet, but you guys will know eventually this Friday. Just putting it out there. It's a good cause. It is a good cause. I really hope kids can at least have access to the latest gaming tech, just so that they have something to do and interact with other patients. So it makes the hospital experience less, terrifying and whatnot. But yeah, you'll know what the incentives are this Friday. I'll be posting it on Twitter as well as the community page of my channel. So pay attention to that. If you're ever curious to see what the incentives are. There are going to be 3 teams for VTuber SummerSlam: Team Sunny, Team Shelly, and Team Sandy. Your boy Blues has picked the Team Sunny because honestly, I do like me a ray of sunshine to light up everybody's day. As cheesy as that might be. But thanks again though to everybody who came by to tonight's stream as always. Guys, it is a privilege and an honor to be able to stream for whoever happens to pass by my channel. It is always one of the highest honors out there, especially given the fact that I'm just practically a goofball when it comes to this sort of things. But seriously though, chat, whether or not you guys are here interacting with me or even just lurking as I prove my incompetence in video games, or if I'm just creating something really cool or really cool to listen to or even see, it all means the same to me, chat, by which I mean it means a hell of a lot to me. You have no idea. So I really, really want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting my VTuber endeavors for about 2 years now. It'll actually be 3 years once July 27th rolls around the corner. And I have a lot of prep work to do for that day. But yeah, like I said, chat, it means a lot to me. The fact that I've gotten this much attention and like support throughout my content creation journey, it means a lot to me. So honestly, guys, thanks to every single one of you. But in the meantime, as always, chat, stay safe, wear your masks, keep your shots up to date, stay nourished, healthy, and hydrated. But above all else, chat, don't let anybody in the world try to kill your vibes, because you guys are one of the greatest people to ever exist on the face of this planet Earth. And I could never ask for a better community other than what I've been able to accumulate thus far in the 2 years or so that I've been a VTuber. So, from this digital doofus's heart to all of yours, thank you so much to every single one of you. For now, though, take care, and I hope I get to see you all again next week on YouTube. And I hope I get to see you all again either tomorrow for more Street Fighter 6 World Tour nonsense, or on Friday for Fan Art Fridays. For now, though, take care. This is Digital-Bluez, logging off.